So hello there, good people of the world. Welcome to another video and stream. Tonight we're going to continue the Pacific Edge tour, and right now we're somewhere in the middle of Mexico. Are we still in Mexico? Let's see. I'm not sure really. Yes, we still are in the middle of Mexico, and at the city of. Well, what kind of city is this really? Let's take a look at the map. Oh, first of all, I'm going to have to adjust my camera here. And what I also have to do is to join oh man, is to join the Safari voice channel on Discord. So there we go, in case somebody comes up. First of all, let's take a look at the map right here. We are here at Playa del Oro International Airport, and I presume that this belongs to the city of what's it called? Hello there, Mr. Freak.
Hello,
How do you do?
I am well.
That is very nice. I was just wondering, the Playa de Oro International Airport, which city is it at? I don't know, because it doesn't say on the map, really. I presume that it would be, I mean, it's called Playa de Oro, so I would expect it to be at a city which is called Playa del Oro, but you never know with these Mexican guys. There is another city up here which is called Zihuatanejo. Maybe it's that. Tonight I'm going to do something crazy. I will leave my Kodiak behind and fly something else. Would you believe?
I don't believe it.
Well, you should. I have there's an older plane that I also like really a whole lot. I bought it at some point, I think, which is the Cessna T207 Stationair 2. The turbo variant, and it is. I've been flying it a couple of days now, and I just love the 6-cylinder sound. It's so awesome. But it's not without its quirks, really. When it comes to bush flying, one of the things that I noticed is it's got this huge, massive 100 meters or I don't know. Let's go to foot 300 feet long tail as behind, whatever you want to call it. It's so freaking long that on approach, your angle of attack cannot be higher than maybe minus 10 degrees. I don't know. You cannot really flare it very steeply to slow you down, because otherwise the tail's just going to hit the ground in the back, and that is a little bit impractical while bush flying. But other than that, I really think it's a fun plane.
Do we have an iCow to spawn into?
An airport, an ICAO. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
an
Which one is it?
ICAO code.
ICAO. Yes, we do have an ICAO, which is Mike Zulu Oscar. Basically, the one that we ended up last time, but
Yeah, I didn't write it down, so I forgot.
the only thing that basically saves me is a little nav map, because there I can see how far we flew. But if I wouldn't be able to remember really, unless I would take a look at my YouTube videos, but that would be silly. So it's good to have a little nav map. Why do I have cargo in the plane? Why? I should get rid of this. But you know what's cool about the 207? I don't have a co-pilot. He's gone. That is awesome. Oh, that kind of cargo is generic. It does not even... It's not actual cargo. I can fill up the fuel at the center of gravity. That's good. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Look at this. If you wouldn't mind to take a look at the stream for a second.
I am looking. You are in the middle of a tail strike.
This year, it happens if you put a whole lot of cargo into the plane.
It just gets tail heavy, I guess.
It is. Very much so. And, yeah, well, I don't know why he filled up my... No, it's better. But it is tail heavy. Absolutely. But I'm going to fly it anyway. It's very nice. There. Gravity somewhere here, maybe. No. It is going... You're going to have to put the center of gravity pretty much all the way forward. Otherwise, I would say... Yeah, weird.
I'm going to warn you now that my sim is very crashy today.
Okay. There's not a whole lot we can do about it except pray, you know?
Indeed.
Hope that it does not F up. So, I thought about putting... I got a little plug-in from flightsim.to so people would be able to see the input, the axis input, because sometimes if I watch other guys, I find it pretty interesting how they react to this or that. Actually pretty interesting to see what's happening. And I don't want to install a second camera anywhere. I don't have that much space. So, the brakes are working. Okay. What's the time? Nobody else is going to join, I guess. Oh, no, it's still ahead of us. We're not at 9 o'clock yet. Oh, we've got somebody here joining in. John G.S. Smith. He is at the airport. So, let's see. Turn this thing on. Such a noob. Now it's going. Here we go. Strobe. We don't need that, but we can turn on the landing lights. So very nice. Nice little Cessna. One of the few things that are a little bit annoying is the fact that you're going to have to switch between the two tanks. So it doesn't get heavy on one side. But I think I will actually find out underway if this thing is leaning heavily to one side. Okay, what kind of runway would the winds favor today? Let's see, maybe slightly 28. Information airport. Yes, 28. Not necessarily the best possible situation because we've got a lot of crosswind, 13 knots, but 28 it is. Okay, there's the parking. Oh, we could set the autopilot. We're gonna fly at an altitude. I took a look at the altitude profile in Little Nav Map. We should initially at least be flying somewhere at maybe 7,000 feet because we're going to see a couple of mountains in between. Yeah, pretty much all the way to the destination. We're going to fly at 6,000 today. And the destination will be Mike Zulu Hotel. Probably. Maybe we're going to fly a little bit longer, I don't know. But that is the initial destination. Some airport. And I thought it might be a little bit nicer to not follow the coastline all the time, but to see some of these nice mountains here. If you fly inland a little bit more, than the mountains will get higher, but I like I like the oceans as well. So what am I gonna do? You know, it's not easy.
What's a pilot to do?
Exactly. Okay. Move. There we go. We've got two John G.S. Smiths here. One is standing outside his plane, the other is inside. Mr. Smith, if you can hear us somewhere, maybe on Twitch or not in what's it called, the other chat program here. Devil's.
There's Twitch and Discord.
Yeah, exactly. Discord, the devil's thing here. There are two planes sitting on top of each other. A Grand Caravan on top of a... what is this? The other one. I'm not sure. Some kind of Cessna. Probably. I would like to have a horn now to wake him up. You're at the end of the runway already? Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm not seeing your nameplate. I'm seeing two other nameplates.
Okay. That's unfortunate. A little bit disturbing too, because I'm here.
Are you on the West Europe server?
Yes, I am. I can see you.
Oh, well, that explains that. I wonder why I can't see you.
What is the time? I forgot to bring my
I'm
phone
seeing
here.
Toallin, To Allen,
Yep, I
and
see him
John
as
G.
well.
Smith.
Toallen78, he's also on Discord here.
And I'm not seeing you for some reason. Hopefully that corrects itself over time.
Maybe I can go ahead and switch. Oh, Mr. Smith is following us. Can you see the guy behind me?
I see John G. Smith.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I'm going to switch servers for a second and maybe I'm going to pop up again.
And switch back? Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Let's see. Settings and online.
I assume that I have my usual pontoons.
Okay. So I'm back on the server. Now I cannot see you guys, but maybe you're going to pop up at some point. Let's hope for the best. Yes, I can see you. And I can see Tolan. And I can see John G. S. Smith. Can you see me?
No, but I see the other two.
I am behind you. Weird stuff. Maybe you want to switch servers for a second?
I could try that, sure.
I'm not sure if there's a way for Mr. Yeah, John Smith. He's on Discord. They're both on Discord. Let's see if they. Maybe I can give them a little hint here. How do I? And the other one is Toalin. Maybe watch Twitch.
What do you know? That worked.
Okay, excellent. What is the website address for the Twitch stuff? So these guys could listen in at least.
You mean your URL for your Twitch stream?
Yeah, I already. It's all right. I found it already. I just want to make sure that these guys have the chance to listen. Okay, so I'm good to go. You too?
I think I am.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Hello there, John Smith. So the usual question ahead, John. Control freak is always good with that, but I am going to ask anyway. People are going to be able to hear what we're talking on Discord, so I can mute you if you want to. Otherwise, people are going to be able to hear you. It's no big deal to just make sure that you've got your privacy. And of course, you don't have to talk at all. Just listen. So, tonight we're going to fly to Ixtapa. I don't know how it's pronounced. Some in the southwestern part of Mexico. What was the name of this of the people that were living back then when you had these I don't know, in South America, come on, help me here a little bit, Mr. Freak.
My best guess is that it's Ixtapa Zihuatanejo.
Okay. And I was not talking about pronunciation is one very good point, but I was thinking about what kind of people what could that have been? You
mean the indigenous ones?
Yes, exactly. There were a couple of that would be responsible for this interesting name.
Not sure.
It sounds a bit like what are these guys called? I should ask ChatGPT, but I'm too lazy now. But some indigenous folk, yes. Indigenous?
Indigenous.
Indigenous. Okay. Tolan 78. No, for once. Oh, he's flying a Kodiak 100. Holy Lord! I should.
Yeah, I noticed that.
My most
good luck with that.
Plane. Yeah, he's doing quite well so far. I guess he didn't
so
crash.
Far.
But the T207 is pretty slow, so please do not fly with 180 knots. This thing here can only do about 140 if I push it. Hi there, Tolan. But I think I have lots of fuel on board, so I can blow whatever. I mean, it doesn't cost anything, fortunately. So let's go ahead and set an autopilot to, like, what did we say, 7,000, right?
Well, Little Nabnet thinks we need at least 6,500 to get to the next one.
Exactly. What the heck? This particular autopilot does not work with the Bravo throttle quadrant. No. So let's just climb to like 7,000 and hope for the best. It is very nice to join us. It's very nice of you to join us, Mr. Smith and Tolan. I won't thank Control Freak because he's becoming a regular here. Thanks anyway. But the other guys, welcome. Oh dear me. The Kodiak, the Toland Kodiak is climbing like a rocket here. That was just a demonstration of what this thing can do. That was pretty awesome.
I'm going to say hello to our new guests.
Okay.
Hello.
Where did that come from?
That was something I was telling you about the other day that I can do with the, well, completely in Windows without any add-on software.
Oh, yeah.
You can mix two sources. So I mix my audio player and my mic together and use them as my stereo mix input on my Discord, and I can do that.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool. Like a horn.
A horn?
Yeah, a horn from a car. You know, these there's things, there are horns, for example, from trucks, which can do these signals that have multiple, I don't know what it's called in English, but multiple voices singing together.
Sound effects?
Yeah.
Harmonies?
Maybe.
Here's a horn.
Stop.
That is not what I was thinking about. Yeah, but yeah, that's a horn as well.
I got a million of them.
Mm-hmm. I would expect that much from you. So now I'm going to give this thing, what is it called? The metal things that the cowboys have on their boots in the back.
Spurs.
Spurs, exactly. I'm going to give this plane the spurs.
Oh, I got to pedal a little slower, don't I, for you?
Yes, please. I can do 140 barely.
I'll back her down to 135.
That is so very nice. Maybe 130, please, because it's struggling to even reach 140.
Absolutely not a problem.
Thank you. But the sound of it, the engine, so much nicer than any turboprop. Sounds basically like my old, I'm not sure if this is a inline or V six-cylinder, but it kind of sounds like my old Bimmer. I had a BMW in the past when I was younger, and it had a 6-cylinder engine. It was beautiful, and this one here sounds a little bit like it. I'm catching up, slowly but steadily. Let me turn off Today I'm gonna listen privately to some Spotify. Got the perfect soundtrack for this. Unfortunately, I cannot publish it.
When I hear copyrighted music on a Twitch stream, does that mean that they're paying for that?
There are basically only two options for this. Yes, there might be the big time streamers. They're probably they're in Germany. There's a special. I would say it's a special institution which is called the GEMA, and the GEMA it's probably pretty similar to the MPAA. That's what it's called in America, I think. The Music blah blah Association, and we've got something similar in Germany, but you can buy yourself a license to broadcast, much like radio broadcasters. And then I think you would be able to do this on the in cases, but there I know that there are big time streamers who just don't care, and they're gonna get copyright strikes, and at some point I don't know. The problem is that even if there are some, you can basically on YouTube you can have some copyrighted music in the stream in the videos, but you're not going to be able to make money off it. Once you're trying to monetize that stuff, you're supposed to either have a license or just not have any copyrighted music at all. But that's why I don't want any copyright issues. I don't really care. So I'm just not going to put any music into the stream unless it's copyright free. That's just the silliness of it all, because I mean I'm not making any money of this, so I could go ahead and have music play in my garden and everybody's going to be able to come by and say hello and listen to the music. It's pretty much the same here. But, you know, there are worse things.
So did my plane have the big pontoons that it usually has, or?
Yes, it does. Okay. At least it says you're flying the C208 with floats.
Does it?
Yes.
Huh.
As usual. But the other guys look pretty fine. Toll and John Smith, these guys seem to have the normal. No, the Kodiak is without floats, and the other guy, John, I think he has a C208.
I think next time I'll try a different variant, or maybe change the livery or something and see if that fixes it.
Absolutely. But I think it's not your problem, it's rather mine, because other people are seeing you right. They don't see you as flying a floats variant. So what kind of animals did you see? I'm jealous because I have not seen the rhinos yet. What did you find so far?
Well, I found what you saw that I posted, the giraffes and the rhinos. I meant to go back and look for some more things using that technique, but I haven't done it yet.
Okay. So, but you're going to have to switch between these two options. You cannot have them both.
Between which two options?
The two options that you wrote down. The safari.
Oh, the categories.
The categories.
Right, yeah.
Safari.
And world wildlife or something like that.
You're going to have to choose between those two.
I think all that does is show you where they are, and then you can go into the world map and spawn in free flight.
I see.
And go to that spot, and the animals will be there. That's how I found those.
Okay. So it's actually helping you to find some spots.
Yeah, as you drag your, click and drag the world around, you see different areas have boxes painted over them, and it's, depending on which category you chose when you brought up the world map, you will get that category of animals. I assume. I haven't tried the other one yet. I only tried the safari one.
Okay. But that means you did not change any setting, but it just works once you visit a certain area.
It did do some weird things to me when I was doing it. I'm not sure if it was me or the sim, but for instance, it put me in an X Cub. I noticed all of a sudden I was in an X Cub, and I didn't want to be. I wanted to be in my caravan, so I had to change it back. Things like that.
Okay.
But just to find the animals, you can use that photographer thing.
Okay.
And once you know where they are, you can go into free flight and fly there, and they're there.
Okay. Okay. But so it seems to be difficult to find animals at random. Kind of have to activate
if you're looking in the wrong spot, you won't find them. There's parts of the map that don't have boxes on them when you pick one category or the other. And if you go there and look for them, you won't find them, I think, is what's happening. It's telling you where they are, and that's the only place they are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a feature that has to do with, I guess, something like a career mode where you're being like a photographer. And, you can score points or something, I guess, if you do that. But I was just using the map to find the animals.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in photographing animals. I just want to see them from the plane.
Right.
And then
same here.
Get on with life, because this is not a zoo simulator.
Right. We have some lovely scenery here.
We do, but it's also a little bit hazy.
Just a little bit. Just enough to make it look real.
Yeah. There's Mr. Smith. I thought we lost him along the way, but we didn't. Very nice.
That mountain off my left wing looks like it has snow on it.
That looks like a giant volcano, really. It probably is. Looking at the... Yep, the Nevado de Colima. That seems to be it very much looks like a volcano. But you know what? We're going to ask... Who are we going to ask?
I hope we're going to ask Two-Tone.
Exactly. Where is this guy?
He is very entertaining.
Sometimes, yes. But it can also get pretty annoying after a while.
He gets on your nerves, does he?
Yes, he does, especially if he's mentioning his pint of Guinness all the time. Okay, let's see. Hey, Murph. How you... Oh. What's happening here? My shortcut doesn't work anymore. Intercom controls. It should work. What the heck? Well, let's try another button then. What is wrong here? Oh, I'm flying everywhere. I should activate the autopilot. Where are you? Oh, there. Okay, so controls. Channel 1. There we go. Heck. There is one thing that I found out that you can actually do while in flight is change the controls. I didn't know that. You can just I always paused the simulator, but you don't actually have to do that.
You mean change control assignments, bindings?
Yes, exactly. For example. Search by input. There's nothing on these buttons. Oh, I'm such... Sometimes I should stop using computers at all. How about activating the tour guide first before complaining about hitting buttons? Oh, sweet mother. Hello, Murphy.
Hello, I'm Jeff, your aviation tour guide.
What?
There he is.
This is not Murphy.
Oh.
Wait a second. What is happening? Intercom. Yes, we've got Jeff. Oh, there we go. We need to have this one. Two-tone Murphy. Deactivate the autopilot.
Ah, two-tone Murphy, you say? Well, that sounds like a grand nickname for a lad who loves a bit of crack and aviation. Now, back to our lovely flight over Colima, Mexico.
There we go. And you know what? What the reason really is why you can listen to him while we're flying is the fact that I put it as an audio source. This is like last time we were wondering why you would be able to hear this guy, and the reason is that I put this application on an additional audio source into the stream, so you can hear him at least on Twitch. I'm not
right.
Discord just through the microphone, but you can hear him, right?
On the stream, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want Discord, I guess you'll have another person. BS.
It would be interesting if it's possible, really, to add an audio source. Some kind of is that the stuff that you're using with the soundboard?
I mean, I could do a golf clap too.
Yeah, but if you're adding, yeah, right. But that was not my.
No, I'm not using any additional software. I am using plain vanilla Windows to do this, but it is an arduous process which I have documented, and if you're interested, I can give you the file that walks you through it. But basically, what you do is you enable devices that are not normally enabled in Windows. A thing called the stereo mix which is in the recording tab of the old sound panel that comes up when you ask for more sound settings. And the other thing is the stereo speakers. You have to have something like the Realtek hardware. If you have the little 3.5mm jacks on the back of your back panel of your PC, then you probably have what you need to do it. And you let me know if you need to do it. I can definitely help you out there.
Okay. We'll talk about it another time.
Yeah.
I have put the say intentions on the stream on Discord, so it will transmit the audio, I guess. Let's try. Hello, Murphy. How do you do?
Top of the morning to you. I'm doing grand. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
Does that work?
There he is now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bit of a lag on the stream, obviously.
Yeah. Where am I flying again? We can fly heading, right? There we go.
And I presume you're able to load your flight plan into that airplane that you're using now too, right?
Might be. No, well, it's an add-on for 2020. I'm not sure but I could try, of course. It's going to take about 2 to 3 hours until this thing lets me fly again, but let's try. It's might be interesting.
Yeah, I know the Kodiak was giving you trouble, but I wonder if another add-on plane would.
Let's see. Now I'm going to have to load a file from my PC from Pacific Edge. FS20. Let's see. This works without crashing.
I was having a lot of crashes today. Crashes to desktop. Must have happened a half a dozen different times. And then this last time, I had just done an update on Windows, and I removed a program that I was suspecting might be contributing to it. So I did a bad thing. I did change 2 variables. So I'm not sure which one fixed it, but I wasn't able to fly from A to B without a crash to desktop, and then I flew from A to B and B back to A, and everything is working fine. I'm running fine now. So one of those 2 things I changed did it.
Well, you could reinstall one of those 2. Well, it was one software that would be
one was an update. Okay. Yeah, I had I was using the magnifier, the Windows magnifier, and I killed it and haven't run it since. And this sim has been behaving, but also I did an update to Windows, and that's probably the more likely thing that fixed it.
Okay, I see.
It's probably a conflict between the sim and the system, and Microsoft was in charge of both ends of that, so they might have come up with a bug fix in Windows that corrected the problem with the sim.
Okay. I see. Now I have the problem that first of all the flight plan didn't load, and second, you guys are gone. Why am I listening to you? That is a good question.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Sure.
I see you, so you're still here, apparently.
Okay. But
I tried switching servers earlier, and that worked for me. Maybe you should try it again.
I will. Settings. Let's go to never change a running system, for crying out loud. There is.
Yes, if it isn't broken, don't fix it.
Okay. Let's wait a second. Or 20. I'm a bit off course here. I should maybe fly to the right and follow the plan.
Yeah, just use heading mode and head for me. I'm on the route.
I cannot see you.
Oh, that's problematic.
And I did switch the servers. But what could have also happened is that the labels went bye-bye. Maybe just reactivate the labels.
Yeah, do you have it bound
tags.
to it? If it's bound to a key, maybe you hit the key by accident.
That might be multiplayer. Blah, blah. There's the flight. Nah, it was still there, but let's see. Now I can see you again. There we go. They're pretty far away. I could actually use the what is it called? The time blah blah here acceleration.
Sim rate. Yeah, sim rate. If you don't know what keys it's bound to, you can go into the controls and keyboard and type in sim rate, and it will find it and tell you what the key is for it.
Sim rate. So let's see. Oh, I already mapped it to some keys. I probably have been using at some point.
It does come in handy sometimes. Boy, this airport is like down in a hole in the mountains here.
It's nice. You should do an approach.
I am doing an approach, but it's a visual approach. And the problem with a visual approach is if your conditions are not visual, you could run into a mountain.
Well, that's true, isn't it? Now, is there a way to see what the sim rate currently is?
That's a problem. Let me tell you the trick I use. I read about this on the internet, of course. Yes, you can fiddle with the sim rate all you want, and when you want it back to 1 second at 1x, you hit the one that decreases it like 8 or 10 times. Get it down to nothing, 0, and then hit the positive one increase 4 times. That creates a 1x.
Okay, I see. I can see you guys. Yeah, it should be. It feels like real time here, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, if you look at the clock in the lower right of your PFD, you'll see if a second looks like a second or not.
It does. That's a good idea. That might be the easiest way, actually, to do it, at least visually.
Yeah. But that other technique also works if you just hammer. I have them assigned to my numpad minus and plus keys. So I just hammer on the minus key like 8 or 10 times, and then I just hit the plus 4 times, and it's almost muscle memory now. It gets me right back to 1x.
Okay.
I don't even have to change my view to look at the clock.
Mm-hmm. What kind of aircraft am I flying to you?
Well, let's have a look-see. So it says a Sobo passive
Mm-hmm.
aircraft generic piston 1 engine,
Mm-hmm.
207.
Mm-hmm. Well, a 2.7 it is, but the model...
And it looks like you have a single engine, low wing, high tail, I'm going to say tail dragger?
No, yeah, well...
No, trust tricycle gear, sorry.
Tricycle, okay. But I'm not a... But I'm a high wing, not a low thing. It looks like a Piper then, something like that?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely appears to be a low wing to me.
Okay. The model matching is not perfect.
Not yet.
But I read that there's a sim update. There's a sim update 2 in the making, which has a ton of changes. I don't expect these changes to be perfect at all, but they're really addressing some of the more pressing issues, as it seems. For example, this senselessly overcomplicated electronic flight book. But it's probably a good idea once they bring out the sim update number 2 to not play the game for a couple of days and then come back after they brought in the hot fixes for this and that.
Hopefully it won't be too traumatic.
It always is with Microsoft. Traumatic is actually a nice and gentle way to put it. It's shit show from Redmond.
I prefer to refer to it as a fuster cluck.
Yes, that it is. Oh, maybe I should be switching oh, yes, I've used up half of the fuel in my left tank and my right tank is full. So how about we switch? That might be a good idea. But it doesn't really make much of a difference. Not that much.
Really, in the handling?
Not that it would annoy me in any way. I'm flying manually all the time because the autopilot somehow is not necessarily the most reliable electronics piece in this plane. But it doesn't bother me, so I don't feel anything really. But it's, I mean, this thing has a, it's got a range of about 400 nautical miles, which is not too much. So it won't take on a whole lot of fuel. So the weight is not. I think it would not be as it's not as difficult as if you had the same kind of situation in the Grand Caravan, because that thing can take on quite a lot of fuel, and if one tank was empty, you'd feel that, I guess. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of formation flying here. Where is Mr. Freak? There we go.
I'm kind of on a downwind with the airport off my right wing. I'll be reversing course momentarily for final.
So are you doing a touchdown at some interesting airport down there? Touch and go, I mean.
Oh, I was going to do a full stop and wait for everybody to get there. You guys can do a touch and go if you want, and I'll just take off after you do that.
Are we at the destination already?
Well, we're at the next airport. It's not the one that you said would be the last one for the day.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I was. It wasn't my intention to land there, but you can of course do it. It's just it's a waypoint, a route waypoint, and we can choose whatever we want to when it comes to landing. But yes, we can do a little flyover or something.
Yeah, do whatever you want. If you want to fly right over, that's fine too. I've got plenty of speed to keep up with the groups. So.
Where is the airport? Oh, it's behind us, right?
It'll be under my wheels in about a minute.
Oh, both of these guys are landing, Mr. Smith and Tolan. Okay, I'm the one here who is...
You're the oddball.
Yes, I am. Totally. I am going to make a very steep descent.
Yeah, it looks like John G. Smith is there already, and I see. I think I see the other nameplate is there.
They're both there already.
They're both there. Yep.
Yes, I am the guy stepping out of line here. I am so sorry. I don't follow my own flight plans. What a pity.
It looks like John G is done here. He just took off, and I'm not sure what Tolan's doing.
They're getting a sandwich, each of those guys, a big ham and cheese sandwich, and then they're gonna take off again.
Well, I'm going to land, and when I see you go by, I'll take off.
No, I will land, of course. If you guys did that, I want to have fun too. I'm going to do a touch and go, at least. There we go. Where is the runway? There it is. Hello, Tolan. He's on a collision course with my poor little Cessna.
Well, it's more of a sidewalk than a runway, and I needed my reversers to get it stopped before I hit the trees. Just a heads up.
A sidewalk, okay. And we do have a little bit of turbulence here.
Uh-huh.
Let's add that final here.
I would say that it was a fun landing.
That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, that's not even a side. Oh, I'm having troubles here with the frame rate. Come on. Get down. I think I just broke something in my yoke.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was some rubber band.
No reversers in that thing, huh?
No. It's not really an issue.
Are you seeing any non-player aircraft here? I'm seeing 2 helicopters and another plane.
Yep, I see 2 helicopters and says 172 maybe, and another 170. I'm not sure what kind of plane this is, but looks like
Yeah, there's a couple over there behind the trees too.
Okay.
Interesting.
I am going to switch the plane.
Yeah?
Yes, I am, because this thing, I'm not sure what it is, but it's overly sensitive. I think that I need to change.
I wouldn't give up on it too quickly. I think we landed with a tailwind here.
Yeah, the one problem that I have is that I just broke something in my yoke. A rubber band went goodbye, so it's
something went sprawling.
Yeah, I should be ordering one of those alpha yokes finally. So wait a minute, I'm gonna be back.
Yep, we'll wait for you to spawn back in.
We are at
Tolan is here with me.
MMBF, Mike Bravo Foxtrot. The view is also pretty problematic. Mike Bravo Foxtrot, because the whole plane is tilted. The nose is tilted upwards, and then it's hard to see the ground really from the cockpit, even if you raise the seat. So, does this thing have a parking position somewhere? Yes, there's a ramp small. And I'm going to go back to the Kodiak here. Okay, I'm not going to put in any destination. I'm just going to the simulator again. I am not sure, but I think my simulator has crashed. No, it hasn't. But it's behaving a little bit odd. Maybe it's because I tried to load the flight plan. It's trying to carry it along from plane to plane.
But it is a monster flight plan, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Tolan's out of his plane and running around in the field here. I think I'll join him.
I'm sorry, guys. Something is wrong.
Take your time.
I think it is time to restart this. Oh dear. Where is the flight simulator? There we go. Task. And do it again. It's going to take about an hour to load. Do you happen to have... Oh, I could repair my yoke while we're loading this. Fortunately, it is pretty easy to repair because it's just held together by duct tape. And I'm not kidding here.
Actual duct tape, eh?
Mm-hmm. It is black duct tape. It's the best tool in the world. Now the problem is that I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it, but I did some modifications to the Logitech yoke. And as you can see, if you would like to take a look at the stream for a second.
I could do that.
It's not really easy to see, but there is a custom controller in here because the original one, this one actually, I put in a custom controller and removed the really, really, really bad, springs that this thing had, and replaced it with rubber bands, and usually this works excellently. But today...
Until they break.
No, it just, it doesn't actually break. It just, it loses the, it's hooked up to a screw. And sometimes it happens that, it just, loses, it's going to jump away from that screw. So
you customized this thing. You, the person who was telling me in the last stream how non-technical that you claim to be.
I am non-technical. But at some point, I won't, I cannot be bothered with things that don't work. So at some point, I'm just going to have to do something about it. This Logitech thing is a piece of trash unless you modify it. So, start again and go ahead. And it's not that I only found some very nice tutorials for this, because I'm not the first one who did it. Actually, I believe that I'm probably one of the last who did it in this world, before everybody else should stop buying this crap. But it was cheap, and I'm young, and I make mistakes. So let's go ahead and set departure. Kodiak's still there. Everything else looks good. Let's hope for the best. I need to pick up some duct tape so this thing won't fall apart. Ready to fly. Just a second, guys. I'm Trying to.
I see your nameplate.
Oh, that's awesome. At least something works.
The next time I say I'm going to land, just, ignore me.
I will. You can count on that. So, I think we should be good here for now, at least. Oh, the stress here. Now I'm going to have to start this up, which takes another 10 minutes. The Kodiak piece of metal, heavy metal. Go.
No Control E for you, eh?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think I told you the other day, the Caravan, you can just pull the chocks, the engine covers and the pitot covers,
Yep.
and it'll Control E start.
Yeah. It's not like that with a Kodiak.
I guess not.
So, turn it off, turn it off.
Take your time, don't blow it up.
I didn't. The first time starting it up usually works. Just if you're trying to turn it off and then turning it on again because you landed somewhere and have to turn it off for a minute, you're going to have to wait until the temperatures go down a little. Okay. So high idle, full prop, flaps 20. And I'm good to go. You guys can take off, basically.
You got it started?
I'm ready to start. Thank you so much. I appreciate the applause.
Well, since nobody else is moving, I guess I'll get rolling.
Mm-hmm. Your planes are flying without you. If you want to know, I can still see your avatars here on the runway. Nah, they're gone now. Mr. Smith is still there, but his plane is leaving.
Yeah.
Nah,
I was going to say, there were some people here when we got here, but they shouldn't have name tags. If you're seeing nameplates, that's weird.
And John also has the C208 with floats.
Well, now I don't feel so alone.
Yeah, that's nice. 70, rotate, hope the yoke doesn't break. Off we go. It's not easy, really. There's always something. No, the trim wheel doesn't work. For fuck's sake. Dude. I don't know.
You know what? My trim wheel stopped working today at one point. I forget what the transition was that fixed it, but it was either to get to the main menu and back in, or get completely out of the sim and back in. But my trim wheel, just the control for it didn't do anything. I could roll it with my mouse in the cockpit, but the binding seemed to be ineffective.
Mm-hmm. I have that same problem currently.
Apparently that's a common problem.
Let's see if it works now. No, still nothing. Quadrant. This seems to be working at least. Oh, now it's working. Excellent. Mr. Smith is there. Excellent. Everybody's good. Yeah, the Kodiak is just such a nice plane. I shouldn't have ever picked something else. It's only going to make it worse. Whatever is going wrong already, it's only going to make it worse. RPM. Here we go. Nice plane. Good plane. And Tolan has the Tundra tires version and cargo interior. So basically he should look like, his interior should look like mine. There's nothing in there. You could actually sleep in this thing. It's a perfect, caravan to stay overnight. It's awesome. The only thing that it's lacking is a bathroom. But I mean, with that much open space, we can install something.
You know, I'm going to take a screenshot of my cargo in the back there because the boxes have QR codes on them.
Oh.
And I'm going to use the
Definitely. You should
lens.
try. You're going to download a virus. If I was the guy, I would,
Maybe.
or at least do some Easter egg, something nice and mean to make people jump.
Give them something to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to take a picture and use Google Lens on it and see what it says. I hope it is an Easter egg.
Yeah, and not a virus. So, I'm
right.
close. I'm close here. I need to turn down. I'm pull back on the throttle there. We need to do some proper formation flying here.
Yeah, if you're going to follow me, you're going to need 7,000 feet unless you want to go around this terrain.
I'm right behind you.
Okay.
0.08 nautical miles.
Well, that is close.
And right now you do not have floats, by the way.
Fascinating. What are you in now?
I am in the Kodiak.
Oh, that's just unbelievable. I don't understand how that could be. But I'm glad.
Yeah, it's nice to see your big monstrosity of an exhaust pipe.
Hey.
But you've only got one. I've got two. But it's not as big. Oh, dude. Yeah, but I don't even see your what is it called? The gear. There is no gear whatsoever. You lost the floats and you lost the wheels. So, but I think without wheels it looks better than
I got
with.
the retractable gear variant, I guess.
Mhm. Like there's this awesome version of the. Oh, now the gears show up once I get closer. Like the ones the C what was it called, the C182, the
Hmm.
the Cessna with the
RG, yeah.
the RG, exactly, the retractable gear version. That looks pretty cool. It looks a bit broken because you're not used to to the silhouette having no gear at all, but it's pretty efficient, I guess. And it should have the 6-cylinder engine as well, I think.
I would assume.
There's one thing that's not showing up, which is the input window. There we go. Oh man, leave me alone. Yeah, it's a level of detail issue, really, that you're losing your gear if you're too far away.
You're not seeing my name on the tail or anything, are you?
No. But
I
that
wonder how
is
long it's going
apparently,
to...
this is an issue that is going to be addressed with some update too, because the guys are aware of that. It's one of the items
Ah,
on the release notes.
I look forward to it.
Mm-hmm. And so much more.
Hmm.
Today it's rather hard work to stay in formation. You're moving all over the place. Or is it me?
I don't think it's me. I'm using my autopilot right now, and I should be at a steady speed and altitude.
Your autopilot is acting up.
Hmm.
Or maybe it's the what is this people called? The indigenous people?
Ask Two-Tone what they're called.
That is an excellent idea. Hi, Murph. I would like to know, there are some indigenous people here in Mexico. Maybe you can tell me some options. Somebody's been posting stuff on the gallery. That was tolling.
Me dear friend, Mexico is a land rich with indigenous cultures. Right around these parts, you might be interested in the Purepecha people, known for their beautiful crafts and vibrant traditions. They were never conquered by the Aztecs.
Aztecs, that's what I was looking for.
There you go.
Their language and customs are still alive today, and they have a deep connection to the land, much like us Irish with our rolling green hills. If you ever get a chance, dive into their world. It's a grand adventure, so it is.
Did they drink pints of Guinness?
Defragger, I must say the Purepecha people are more known for their traditional beverages like atole and pulque, rather than a pint of Guinness. But if they did, I'd wager they'd enjoy it as much as any Irishman would. Slanta!
Hopeless. The window handling inside the simulator is always something that drives me crazy.
Problematic, is it?
Excuse me?
It's problematic, is it?
It is. Very much so. I'm trying to drag one edge of the window and it's not working. Is there only one specific edge on the eastern hemisphere of the window that is actually allowing me to pull this? It's not, I don't want to be overly what is it called if you're looking for errors on purpose? Picky is the word I'm looking for. I don't want to be overly picky, but these guys, there's got to be a couple of sim updates. Where are our other guys? John Smith is still with us, and Talon out. Oh, I'm starting.
Talon is up my right wing.
I'm starting to talk German here. Talon auch. Hello, Talon. Do you happen to understand a little bit of German?
Not much.
Did you have it in school at some point?
No, just French.
Okay. That's the better choice, really. I mean, French is not the easiest. I think German and French are pretty even when it comes to difficulty English language is not very complicated, really. It's the grammar is pretty easy and you don't have so many cases and whatnot, but the French and German are difficult, but in different directions, because one is a Germanic language and the other is Roman, and they're different. But French is beautiful. It sounds nicer than German. Okay, I've done my due formation flying for the day. Let's just activate the autopilot. Where is it? And put in some destination. What was the destination for today? That was Mike Zulu Hotel.
If you want to see what my plane looks like to me, I just posted in the gallery.
Yeah, just a second. Did you choose a specific approach for the?
I did.
Which is?
I am going in on we're talking Mike Zulu Hotel, visual 27.
Okay.
Which is kind of a reverse.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
And that was based on Little Nav Maps wind data.
Mm-hmm. Are you flying directly towards it?
I am.
Okay. And you're at 7,000?
Yes.
Okay.
The wind at the airport is 260 at 9 knots.
Mm-hmm.
So 20-something makes sense, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I look like I am flying at TBM here. Yes, that is a caravan. It looks, and you've got a nice tail. What's it called? The letters.
Call sign?
Call sign, exactly. It's freak. It's a little bit too long, is it? Well, it fits. It still fits. But Papa Hotel Romeo, Echo Kilo. I hope you don't
That's
have
what they call me.
I hope you don't have to say that each time.
I just say Echo, Echo, Kilo.
Echo Kilo. Exactly. Yeah. There we go. We can accelerate a little bit because, I mean, right now.
Yeah, you're in a faster plane now, aren't you?
Yeah. We can go to like 150 or so, or even more. I want to put in some 1300 torques. That should be good enough for 150, I guess.
Yeah, I can usually squeeze 160 out of this thing.
What is the ground speed? 159. Okay. It's a very nice river. It's got nice color, at least right now.
Yeah, the scenery down here is really something.
I hope you guys, John and Tolan, you're enjoying yourself here. Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot to that I can see you writing or talking, but on the other hand, if you didn't enjoy, then you would probably have left already, huh? I am, by the way, open to taking in questions for Two-Tone Murphy. If you guys want to know something, he's the guy to ask. He basically knows everything. I presume that they're using OpenAI, the large language model from OpenAI, because this guy, if you ask the right questions, he's going to tell you how the world works. Let's just think about what is. Hey, Murphy, what is the nearest volcano?
Defragger, the nearest volcano to us is the mighty Paracutin. It's a wee bit to the northwest of our current position. This fiery mountain made its grand entrance in 1943, right in the middle of a cornfield, and grew to over 1,300 feet in just a year. It's a young lad in the world of volcanoes, and folks from all over come to see its lava fields and the church ruins it left behind. A true spectacle of nature, so it is.
Church ruins. What did he say? What was the name of the volcano? Coalco.
I missed it.
Yeah, so did I. Tell me the name of the volcano again, please.
Maybe you can get
The
him to
volcano we're
spell
chatting
it.
about is Paracutin. It's a fiery young lad that burst forth in 1943, right in a cornfield, and grew faster than a leprechaun's beard. A sight to behold, so it is.
Mm. It doesn't show up on the map. But I would like to know if the interesting mountain that you saw earlier, Nevado de Colima, if this is a volcano. So Murph, there is a peak which is called Nevado de Colima. Is that a volcano as well?
Nevado de Colima. Indeed, it is a volcano, but not to be confused with its fiery neighbour Volcan de Colima. This one is a dormant stratovolcano, and it's a grand sight with its snow-capped peak standing tall in the Trans-Mexican volcanic belt. A majestic
Radio
beauty,
check.
so it is.
Can you hear me?
You're working, John.
Excellent.
Okay, good, because I had the wrong settings here and I was talking to nobody, it seems.
Okay.
We've all been there.
Absolutely. So how do you do? Nice to talk to you.
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. Just cruising along.
Excellent.
7,000 feet, 150 knots.
Yeah, that's about the same. But you have a Grand Caravan, right? You were not the guy with a Kodiak. No, that's stolen.
Yep, I'm in the caravan.
We're not that far away anymore. Just 30 miles to go. Yeah, it's a reverse. Basically a right turn and then 270 degrees. You're doing a straight in, right?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I'll take a look, but I was pretty sure it was a more than 90-degree turn. Let me look.
Yes. It is a more like a 135 degrees turn.
Yeah.
Murphy, tell us a joke. This is going to be bad. Large language models
Sure.
cannot.
Here's a wee joke for you. Why don't you ever borrow money from a leprechaun? Because they're always a little short. Haha. Hope that brings a smile to your face.
It was actually not that bad. It was better than anticipated. Dolan seems to be choosing a different approach. Maybe he's doing it right with a proper instrument approach.
Possibly.
You're descending already. Maybe I should do that as well. Put in some altitude here.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, but I must have hit my top of descent.
1200 and then 1200. There we go.
I got to keep my eyes peeled here because I'm doing a visual and there's some terrain.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there are some hills here.
Yes, and some clouds, which don't help.
But we do have the nice synthetic horizon, so if you're
That
paying
does help.
at least a little bit of attention, you're not going to crash.
Mm-hmm.
What is the time? Oh, we're good. You still there, John? Can't see you anymore.
Yep, still here, coming.
Oh, wait, I got that there. We don't want to lose anybody along the roadside. Am I allowed, John, to make a guess where you're coming from?
Sure, of course.
Let's see. You sound either like a Frenchman or maybe. Let's see. Possibly. I'd guess Frenchman, yes. Is that true?
Not really. Go more south, Mediterranean land.
Italy.
Very close, Greece.
Greece. Okay. Excellent. Hello there. It's nice.
Greece, Athens here.
Athens. Okay. I have a traumatic story of my life in Athens. I was on it was not really a vacation, but I was in the last couple of years that I went to school. I had art as what is it called? Freak art. What is course? Let's call it a course as a course. And I in the class that I was going to, I had a girl which had Greek relatives. In fact, the parents were Greek, and they had a little house on the island of Chios. And we were going to Athens at first with a flight, and then we had to switch to a domestic airport that would go to Chios. And then at Athens, I lost pretty much every really important document that I had. I lost my tickets, my flight tickets. I lost my money. I lost my ID and all that stuff. It was in a bag that I simply lost somewhere. And then, but I only saw it once we were at the domestic airport. So the girl that was able to speak Greek, she basically took me on a wild taxi ride. We had to pay some extra for the taxi driver that he would make it quick, and he did. And that was possibly the most horrifying taxi drive that I ever had. But once we got back to Athens, there was a lost and found place where you
just off our starboard side, you'll catch a glimpse of the beautiful Playa La Roba.
where you would go
This
if you
beach got its
lost
name,
stuff.
which means clothing beach, from a
And,
shipwreck that washed ashore with
stop
a cargo
talking.
of silks.
There we go. And basically, I got back my bag. I got back my bag with everything in it. Not a single euro was lost. Not every document was there. And I was
lucky.
So fucking lucky. You cannot believe it. And it was traumatic in some ways, but I was also incredibly grateful that I got back my stuff. So that was awesome. And then the taxi driver really outdid himself by bringing me back to the domestic airport in time. Still a couple of minutes left until our flight was taking place, and it all went well. But it was probably the most stressful travel that I ever had. So that's Athens for me.
Yep, quite an adventure there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But the island of Chios is utterly beautiful. It really is. Of course, you do know it, but have you been there?
Yes, I have been in many islands.
Okay. Well, Chios is really a sight to behold. Unfortunately, they don't seem to have sand beaches, if I remember correctly, but only stones. But still, I enjoyed it a whole lot. Where's the airport? There we go. I'm not sure, but I don't think that I'm going to be using reverse thrust here.
No, they've got a big paved tube liner runway down here.
Maybe I should not even use the brakes.
You won't need them much.
Oh. So here we are.
We all made it in one piece.
Yep. Most of us. I didn't. I had to change planes, but other than that. Yep. So that was nice. Very nice. Park and brake. Let's get out of the plane. I'll do an imaginary salute. Mr. Tolan. John G. Smith is landing right there. And it seems he doesn't crash. That's nice. A nice, smooth approach.
I'm not on the ground yet.
Not yet, but it looks like you're in control here. I've seen other people doing weird stuff. For example, Control Freak. He likes to tip to what is it called if you hit your wing to the bottom?
Wing strike?
Wing strike, exactly. Likes to do that occasionally.
Yeah, just once.
Nope, that's not true. I've seen it twice at least.
Oh, okay. Bad memory.
I count these occasions. I have a list. One was on the airport at during the during the tour through Europe. What was it called? The Express, the Orient Express tour. On this little in front of Venezia, and on the island that is off the coast of Venezia, and the other one was somewhere on Papua New Guinea, I believe. Just so you know.
Okay. Noted.
like to annoy people. John.
You're very good at it.
I know. Especially my kids. I mean, you're an old guy. You have the patience, but my kids don't. That's nice. I enjoy it sometimes. They're doing the same to me, so an eye for
fair.
an eye.
Exactly.
You have you don't have floats, John. You actually have a real gear. That's awesome. And what's also awesome is that I can see the Kodiak from Toalin, because he's got the same one. That's so pretty.
It's a TBM on my screen.
Okay. You have a stream running?
No, I meant my screen.
A screen. Okay.
Yes.
I see. Yeah, if you don't have I have the add-on. There's this Kodiak payware add-on, which was originally meant for FS 2020, so some of the things don't work really well. For example, the electronic flight book, but everything else is okay. And
yes, correct. I don't have the add-on. Yes.
yeah, if you don't see the model, you obviously don't have the add-on, but that's all right. If it looks like a turboprop plane, that's good enough. So that was very enjoyable, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining. That was
Agreed.
very, very nice.
Thank you for being here.
And I like the Mexican area really a whole lot. So exactly.
It's not a video game, all right? It's a flight simulator.
Yes, you're so right. Where did that come from?
Movie.
Okay. And not a video game, but what kind of movie is that?
I don't know. An old movie I barely remember.
That's a very nice picture, Toalin. I like it. Did you record this with your phone? With a smartphone, maybe? Because it looks like you.
We did from the screen, the TV.
Okay. Oh, you're running the big screen. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm actually flying on Xbox. So
you're flying on Xbox. Cool. So I think that's the first time
very nice.
I've had an Xbox guy join me.
It was a very nice flight. Thank you. Very relaxing.
Thank you too for joining. So anytime, you're welcome anytime. You can see these on the forums. So
thanks. I hope I can join again sometime because of time.
Absolutely. You're from, where are you from, if I may ask?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Well, that is,
yes.
Then it's around, I don't know, noon, afternoon, early afternoon?
Early afternoon. It's going to be like 4 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you so much. And I hope you're having a good day, the rest of you. I'm going to go to bed now.
Thank you. Have a good night. Take care, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Yep. Night also here.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
You're ahead of
dinner
me,
time
actually.
Here.
You should be at least 1 or 2 hours ahead of me, so in Athens. So take care, people. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, Matt. Take care.
Bye.